Hello, my friends. Welcome to day 16 of the Life Shift podcast 30 days, 30 episodes, bonus series. If this is your first time listening, there are 15 days that came before this. And basically, what I am doing is showing up every day without really understanding what I'm going to talk about. And these are usually about 10 minutes long. I don't know why. They just happen to end up being that long. And I show up and I look at a prompt or a list, and I just was Googling, like, what should I address today? Sometimes I have a little inkling of what I'm going to talk about, and sometimes it is completely off the cuff. And so this is a little challenge to myself in November 2024. I'm trying to show up every day on the day, do the recording, edit it, and send it out. Don't think about it too much, Matt. Share a little bit more than usually I get to do so in the episodes with my guests who are so generous with their stories. I have 166 episodes recorded right now. I think last week, episode 156 just came out. So I am good for a few more months of recording. No plans on stopping. So this is just a little extra bonus challenge to myself. I think it is stirring something up. I don't know how I'm going to use it or what I'm going to do. But here we are, day 16 of this little adventure. So I was just looking at a list of questions that someone on Reddit put together. There's like 500 questions on here. And I was just scanning and I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to do today? It's Saturday. Went to the gym. I already watched Dateline NBC, did some chores around the house, set up some new fans. You know, I like to kind of take it easy as much as possible on Saturdays, but I wanted to do this episode now. So while the Roomba is going around and doing the cleaning and hopefully in other rooms, I will share what is something you're terrible at but wish you could do well. So the immediate thing that I think about is singing. I wish I could just sing like on pitch, on key, on all those things. When I was, in high school, I was doing theater with everyone. And part of the theater program, like, you obviously do musicals and you do plays, but the big thing every year was always the musical. And to be a part of that, you kind of have to like audition and sing, which was so frightening to me. So the first year that I did the musical at my high school, we did The Wiz, and I was not brave enough to audition. And so I did props with my friend Jackie, and she and I made like the shoes that Dorothy would wear, and we got to push out my friend Randy as he was the Wiz, and we pushed him out on his throne and all this fun stuff. It was all behind the scenes, and that was really fun. But then the next year we were doing Grease, and I was like, wow, that would be fun. It was a fun movie to watch growing up. I've already told you that I ended up being Danny Zuko. That doesn't mean I can sing, because I can't. So I wanted to audition so that I could just be a part of it, because there are so many people involved in this musical. And so I auditioned, and we had to, like, I guess the guys had like a choice of a couple songs and we had to sing them. And I was hoping that I would be like boy number 3 or tree number 4 or whatever it was that I could hide in the back. Well, then it happened to be so that the cast list came out and my name happened to be on the top as Danny Zuko, which was nerve-wracking. So apparently in the audition, maybe they thought, okay, he can pull this off. So we did all the rehearsals and everything, and I got through it and ended up doing most of the show. We ended up running out of time towards the end of rehearsal. And so in the play, there's like, instead of You're the One That I Want, because that was made for the movie, there's a different song, and we never even got to that. So it just like kind of jumps to the end of We Go Together. But I did most of the songs. I had a couple solos. It's not that Sandy song that John Travolta sang in the movie. It's Alone at the Drive-In Movie, which has this weird ending. And I was just so nervous. And this, like, mind you, this is the first time that like my dad and my grandmother ever heard me sing in this way on a stage with microphones and stuff. So I did that. I did a couple other things where I had to sing, but honestly, I'm not good, but I want to be good. So much so that the last couple months I've been thinking about it more, and I'm like, am I too old to like find singing lessons? Is that a thing? Is that weird? I don't know. I still haven't determined if I want to pursue that more, but I would just love to be able to like know how to use my voice outside of this podcast, but in a way where I could like carry a tune and sound good. I don't know where I would use it or what I would use it for. I mean, I have this mic, maybe I just record an album or something. But really, that's like one thing that I feel like I'm not good at, but I love to do, especially like I think a lot of people can relate to loving singing in their car or in the shower or just around the house when music is playing, whatever it may be. So I love doing that, but I want to be able to do it in which if someone else heard me, it wouldn't be like I instantly shut down and like not sing out loud. So that's the thing that I am terrible at, but I wish I could do well. I'm sure there's other things that I could probably think about, but that's the one that came top of mind. And it doesn't mean that I'm not going to pursue it. Over the pandemic, I was actually kind of like bored and obviously I was bored because I did an extra master's degree, but I was also starting to do like some art on my iPad, and I was not good when I started. Actually, this started maybe 2014. Then I got a little better and I got a little better. And then over the pandemic time, I had a lot of time on my hands. And so then I started really practicing every day. I did this thing where people would send me pictures of their pets, and then I would draw like a cartoon around them, and then their dog or cat or whatever would be in this cartoon. And then I would send it to people and they could pay what they wanted if they wanted to donate to anything. And I ended up doing like 1,000 of them or something crazy like that. So much so that I tried to do a fundraiser where I raised about like $800 to donate to my friend Mickey's dog sitting place that she had during the pandemic that unfortunately had to shut down during the pandemic, but we tried to keep the lights on through that. But I'm saying all this because like I didn't know how to draw before I started that, and then I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. So maybe there's an opportunity here. If you want to see some of that art, you can go on Amazon. There's a kid's book under Matt Gilhooly. There are 13 coloring books that you can purchase and then color in and trace on the back of the pages, whatever you want to do. But a lot of those are based on those pet drawings that I did. So there's like dogs in space, dogs in cars, cats everywhere. Then there's a couple other like creature kind of cartoon looking coloring books. So I think I could do it. Maybe I'll keep looking. Maybe if you know, am I too old to learn how to sing? Let me know. Anyway, that is day 16, a little lighter today and a little story, but also something that maybe I will look into and try to accomplish that maybe in 2025. So that is it for today, day 16. I will be back tomorrow on day 17, and I will talk about whatever is on this list. This list seems pretty great to kind of scan and look at. So maybe I'll find something even more interesting tomorrow. Thank you for being a part of the 30-day, 30 episode series on the Life Shift podcast, and have a great Saturday.